nation's 246-year history, there has never been an individual who is a greater threat to our republic than Donald Trump. He tried to steal the last election using lies and violence to keep himself in power after the voters had rejected him. He is a coward. A real man wouldn't lie to his supporters. He lost his election, and he lost big. I know it, he knows it, and deep down, I think most Republicans know it. Lynn and I are so proud of Liz for standing up for the truth, doing what's right, honoring her oath to the Constitution, when so many in our party are too scared to do so. Liz is fearless. She never backs down from a fight. There is nothing more important she will ever do than lead the effort to make sure Donald Trump is never again near the Oval Office. And she will succeed. I am Dick Cheney. I proudly voted for my daughter. I hope you will too.
I'm Liz Cheney, and I approve this message.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. And today we will be discussing the great Sith Lord Dick Cheney. No, there's a lot of things that the left and the right probably won't unite against for, besides the Uvalde shooting when we both united, when we had unity for the very rare times in our lives. We also united against one man. That was called Dick Cheney. You know, it seems like the far left are kind of just, mentally handicapped, and they don't seem to really get much of what's going on here. But I digress. They managed to unite us again, which is absolutely fantastic. More unity in this country is a stronger country, and which means other countries don't want to mess with us, because when we're united, we stand strong and we'll be undefeated. When we're divided, we are weak and we can be easily conquered. So let's try to avoid all that and be united. And united today we were, since Twitter unites to rip Sith Lord Dick Cheney after he trashes Trump. Fuck him, fuck his wretched daughter, and fuck Trump. Ooh, some scathing words. That's gonna leave a burn. Former Vice President Dick Cheney faced widespread condemnation Thursday after he filmed an anti-Trump attack ad for his vital daughter, Rep. Liz Cheney. Based on polling, Liz Cheney is in big trouble in her upcoming primary over her decision to vote to impeach former President Donald Trump last year. Her prominent role in the House Select Committee investigating the Capitol attack has also put her on the outs with many conservative voters. She trotted out her father, who once held her current seat before he eventually became vice president in 2001. In an ad that was posted across social media, Dick Cheney said Trump attempted to steal an election. He added he is proud of his daughter for standing against Trump. And we already seen the video there to where that terrible and cringe-worthy ad was put in. But we also have Liz Cheney here, the evil woman that is technically part of the far left, goes on to say, in our nation's 246-year history, there has never been an individual who is greater threat to our republic than Donald Trump, Dick Cheney. Congrats. Really, really good stuff. Riveting, I say. However, there are people that have come out of the woodworks to really dislike your appointment. Or rather, I would say your statement. But people from all political backgrounds unleashed a fury of criticism against him. Cheney's infamous 2006 hunting accident, where he shot a man, was prominent on the minds of many. Fun fact, Dick Cheney is also a liar, plus he's a murderer who killed hundreds of thousands of people for oil and defense contracts. Fuck him, fuck his wretched daughter, and fuck Trump. They can all rot in hell. Dick Cheney, as VP, was the chief advocate of the dangerous war in Iraq that killed up to 1 million people, unconstitutional government surveillance programs, torture, and many other horrific policies. He should have no standing to accuse anyone of being a threat to our republic. Cassandra McDonald, laugh my ass off. Your dad is literally Satan. This is nothing more than a job application for CNN or MSNBC. Dick Cheney looks ready to shoot Trump in the face with a motherload of birdshot. Best thing about this ad is that Dick Cheney looks like shit. Dick Cheney saying Trump is evil is like brain cancer talking shit about lung cancer. Yeah, Dick Cheney has always been the arbiter of truth, weapons of mass destruction. Dick Cheney's hunting buddies when there's a spare shotgun. Imagine being so desperate that you have to call on Daddy to come defend you. But these days, instead of having a shotgun in his hands, blasting people's faces off, Dick Cheney has a water gun for a brain. John Nichols. I still don't believe in letting Dick Cheney off the hook. I thought he should be impeached and removed for high crimes and misdemeanors when he was vice president. Indeed, if he had been impeached and removed, I believe the Republican Party generation would have been slowed. I agree with the words coming out of his mouth, but goddamn, somehow Dick Cheney's energy has gotten even more sinister. Dick Cheney lied us into an illegal war as he preferred billions through Halliburton. He's not really the best spokesperson for standing up against Trump. Liz Cheney's campaign put her father, the former vice president, on tape calling Trump a coward. I'm very uncomfortable finding myself on the same side of an issue as, check notes, Sith Lord Dick Cheney. Yeah, see, what they seem to not to realize here is that Liz Cheney has utterly failed. Nobody likes these people, and she's going to be losing horribly in Wyoming because she is just as evil as her father. So, I digress. There's not very many people that seem to be really on their side here. It's kind of hilarious, you know? The far left try to cater to these things and try to really bust these things, but in reality, they just don't know what they're doing. They're desperate. They're really trying to hold some type of power and keep their power. But every time they do something, it comes out as a complete and utter failure. And more power to them, honestly, because now people are getting tired of their BS. And that's what I'm seeing. Now, I'm not necessarily agreeing with everybody that's saying that don't like Trump, although I can kind of see how people don't like Trump due to the fact that his attitude is kind of poor. But I digress. I think Trump's attitude needed to be the way that it was to get shit done in our country. Our country is under attack by far-left people, and we really need to fight back against these far-left people. And I think the last video that I just did, by calling these people either child grabbers or pedophiles, is the best way to do this. Because, honestly, there's nothing else that they are. They can try to advocate that they're not these people, they're not these type of people, but they are. And we all know they are. So calling them pedophiles and child grabbers is A-okay, since Twitter decides that they think it's okay to ban the word groomer or anything that's pertaining to sexualization of children. So, I think it's clear to say that Twitter, the Twitter staff, and everybody at Twitter are pedophiles. And I think anybody that's advocating for the mutilation or sex talk with children are actual child grabbers or pedophiles. And I'll keep calling them these people because that's what they are. And again, really death-tone talk here from these far-left individuals. I'm not quite sure what they're really doing in terms of what they want to try to get done, but at least we have some kind of unity here with the left and the right, and that's what we need. More unity, more less divisiveness. And I will fight to the very end of my dying breath for this country to be finally unified and not completely so separate from each other. I think that this country is more unified than people think. Yes, we have our disagreements. Yes, we have our and some issues maybe with each other. But I think I think being unified is way better than being divisive. And this is a good thing, honestly. What the media and the far left want to do is to really try to divide us and make us not a unified country. And I refuse to let that happen on the grounds that this country is a great country, better than most. And I'm not saying we don't have our issues, because we obviously do, but it is nice to be able to fight back and be unified for once. Same with the Yoval shooting, and same with this here. Unification is great. And we're a bunch of very combative, aggressive people, the Americans, and for good reason. We do not want things to go things in a bad way, and this is the reason why we keep our government on their toes. Because if we were not the way that we were, the government will just roll over us. And Americans, the great United States Americans, will not let that happen. We are, like I said, we are a very powerful and rowdy group, and like I said, we always test our government, and as we should always be asking questions. What I don't agree with is the far left trying to come after children, remove rights from people, and make our lives a living hell. Hopefully, we'll have a lot more unification coming over the next few years, because that's the power that we have. Unification is undefeated. Divisive is always a losing factor. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you next one. Take care.